Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
ThaBoxingVoice.com. All the guys want, I want what Mayweather got. I want what Mayweather got. You done bust your ass like Mayweather. I was trying to fight every fighter. I sacrificed a lot.
Gennady Golovkin Productions.
To get to where I got to.
What do you bring to the table?
Let's get this on. Let's do it. Well, it's like this. Wait.
All right, that's it. Hold on. Bernard, everybody calm down.
Man, you know how these bitches is in the sport. Total disrespect. Kid has no class, no style at all. I sacrificed a lot. ThaBoxingVoice.com. To get to where I got to. ThaBoxingVoice.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs. Thank you for joining us. Hashtag TBV Podcast. We're back. We have 5 exciting, hot button topics to discuss. I don't know how many of our hardcores are going to enjoy hearing that Floyd Mayweather is back in the news discussing possibilities of some sort of matchup, or at least trolling us with the whole Conor McGregor and him jumping in a UFC cage. Outside of that, we have a little Vasyl Lomachenko and Jorge Linares fight update. Seems they may or may not be in negotiations. Then Canelo Triple G is signed, sealed, and delivered for Cinco de Mayo, but Triple G is saying that if he wins, there will be no trilogy, and instead he will be seeking the last belt, give me my belt, in the division versus Billy Joe Saunders. Speaking of belts, the unified WBA and WBC welterweight champion of the world, Keith Thurman, is scheduled to make a ring return, and there were plenty of rumors that Jessie Vargas was to be the B-side in that match. Thurman saying that is not true. It won't be happening, that his elbow isn't in the right place to be taken on a Jessie Vargas, and Vargas having some strong words for Thurman. We'll bring you all the details a little sooner. Plus, TBV did another camp life all the way in Houston, Texas, this time from the Lion's Den, and we'll give you all the details as we embarked on another journey to another fighter's camp and get to know them just a little better. Bring back those details to you, our listeners. Listen, you know the number to call in if you want to partake in the show throughout today's entire episode. You can call in at 1-425-569-5241 or add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. And, call in absolutely free, whether it's international or here in the States, by adding Nestor Gibbs on Skype. Let's head on out to the Golden State.
Gennady Golovkin Productions.
This is a beautiful performance against a very tough guy in Michael Johnson. How do you feel about it?
Fuck that. Conor McGregor.
ThaBoxingVoice.com.
You know me, Larry. From a wicked entrance, from a flip over the rock into a knockout. When the main thing is, I just hope the guy. I wish.
ThaBoxingVoice.com.
Yes, the hipsters here. Haters beware. And man, it's nice to be back in studio. It's nice to be back in New Jersey with you, Ness. It's good. It's good. It's been what, a few months now since I've been in the Garden State, so it's nice to be back here in the great studio, the original TBV studio. So we have plenty of topics to get into. Obviously, Mayweather, Conor McGregor going back and forth on social media. What does it mean? Are they trolling us? Shenanigans ensue, of course. And Linares Lomachenko, seemingly a great fight on paper. I know me and Ness had a off-air conversation about that earlier today that I can't wait to delve back into about that matchup. Jessie Vargas, obviously, talking some shit to Keith Thurman, and I think he's sort of in his right to talk some shit. I can't wait to chop that one up as well. Of course, as Charlo and the camp life with that as well that you went down to, Ness. I can't wait to delve into that. Those are some great content, great interviews down there. Make sure to go to the YouTube page for the Boxing Voice and check all that content out. And can't wait to go down to Deontay's gym for Camp Life this week with our very own Mickey Caparelli from Australia, Beetlejuice Films. That should be fun and lit. Can't wait to chop it up.
Mickey is in studio for all those that have, I guess, grown accustomed to him and fell in love with his videography and his editing style. He's in studio, came all the way from Australia. So he's actually from the future today, guys. It's technically Monday already over there. So there you go. All right. So there's a lot to talk about. Matt, how about you don't use that as a ashtray anymore?
Are you sure? Because there was ash already in it.
No, I know, but the candle's melting, so it's just not going to be good for us.
That's
but
smart.
Okay, Mayweather, McGregor, and the epic troll. I don't know, man. Where there's smoke, there's fire, and they've at least proven us wrong once before. So I can't say that the hyping of this, that the Photoshop of this picture that Mayweather posted on his verified Instagram, Matt, of him landing a vicious elbow
with
to
TMT gloves. I like that.
With TMT MMA gloves.
Yeah, not UFC gloves. TMT
yes, because
gloves.
he will be promoting this fight. This is all, what those movie reviewers, they call these things what? Egg something like that. Wait, it's on the tip of my tongue. Easter eggs.
Yes.
And this is that.
Yes.
This is a peek into what will be. And if we see Mayweather in a cage, he's letting us know he will be lead promoter. And that Conor McGregor has to fall as a B-side, and it will be promoted by TMT, thus us seeing the TMT gloves. Or is this simply just a fan-made image that was sent to Mayweather? Mayweather reposted and it blew up.
Could it be both? I mean, it could be, right? Like, we do know that there is something going on behind the scenes between Mayweather Promotions, the UFC, Zuffa LLC, and WME ING. We know there's some sort of talks, conversations. I'm not going to say negotiations yet, but there have definitely been phone calls placed between all these entities. And what is transpiring, what is being planned, God only knows. We really have no idea what's being planned. But like you said, there is an Easter egg in this photo, and we know Mayweather. He is a Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jackson level OCD when it comes to details. He's a Stanley Kubrick, He's that type of guy when it comes to being almost crazy in a sense. So, yeah, he made sure.
Crazy controlling?
Yes. And he made sure that was a TMT logo on those MMA gloves instead of a UFC glove on purpose. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Now, we have to say Conor McGregor immediately responded with him landing an elbow on some MMA guy that Matt will fill you in on the details as to who he was. But again, just very rapidly, the responses, trying to keep the buzz out there. Now, I don't feel the buzz. Maybe I felt the buzz a lot more for the Mayweather-McGregor fight as a boxing match because I'm a boxing fan. I don't feel the same excitement that I felt when Mayweather was going to fight McGregor in a boxing ring. So I'll have to pass it to you. I don't know. Do you feel the same level of excitement, the same level of, I guess,
I'll
the trust factor? Is the trust factor there? Like, wow, this is really going to happen. The way that I was already, they had me sold. You didn't believe, but they had me sold immediately that they were going to fight actually in the ring, and I believed it.
You remember when Conor McGregor went to Michael Collins' fight at Madison Square Garden, and he did a media scrum with like Kevin Iole, I think Lance Pugmire was there as well. There's a bunch of guys there from the media, and he said, "I'm going to take over boxing, blah, blah, blah." That to me was a crossing point in it being real. We have not had that moment yet. That might be the difference. We have not had really either guy in public in front of a camera talking about it. It's been only on social media in a very controlled atmosphere.
What I will say is this, that it seems like the pieces are coming out slower than with the box. with the boxing pieces. And again,
What do you mean pieces? Like
the
articles?
pieces of the puzzle.
Oh, okay.
The pieces of the puzzle of, is this going to happen? Is Mayweather going to get in the cage? And again, for me, they felt more realistic when it was Mayweather actually fighting someone that was in a cage, opposed to Mayweather actually fighting someone in a cage.
True. Again, you said trust factor, and I think that there's a level of the public not necessarily knowing what is happening right now. When it was McGregor going into boxing to fight Mayweather, that was very clear. McGregor laid it out for everyone in public, in front of cameras, in person, for everyone to hear that this is the plan and this is what's going to happen. That's really not happened yet. It's been vague social media posts that have nothing written on them, that have Easter eggs.
No, but the breadcrumbs are there. Remember,
they are there.
Remember, there was a video that Mayweather did where he had to come out with a secondary video explaining what he said in the first one, and he made it clear on Fight Hype saying, it's not that I said I have $1 billion contract. It's that if I wanted to make $1 billion, I could do so by having a couple of fights in the UFC. And I'm paraphrasing Mayweather's statement, but if you know it any better than me, Matt, you can tell the people.
That's pretty close. I mean, again, it was referencing having a $1 billion fight deal, not $1 billion single fight. That was
so now we have that. We have numerous posts. We have the alleged meeting with Showtime, TMT meeting with Showtime, and all the vehicles parked outside in Showtime, New York. Yep. Photos of that.
Steven Espinoza talked about in the media that he was meeting with Mayweather to talk about MMA specifically. Dana White. The only monkey wrench in this entire puzzle is the Dana White versus Showtime feud. That to me is a sticking point in all this. If Dana White's out of the picture, then it can happen. But as long as Dana White's in the picture, I don't think we're going to get exactly what me and you may think is going to happen.
Well, Matt, let me remind you that you said because of Dana White, it wouldn't happen in the past. And that was the boxing match.
I still don't think he was happy with it.
Hey, it doesn't matter whether he was happy or not. What matters is that it was shown to the world that Dana doesn't matter as much he likes to make it believe.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. But
Matt, I don't even want to begin to butcher this person's name after them being so generous as to send a super chat that we're going to use for our camp life to see Deontay Wilder as we bring the whole team. We're going to be transforming like Voltron. We got Mickey Caparelli all the way in Australia. We got Matt the Hippity Hunster all the way in California. We got Enrique all the way in Bougieville. And I'm coming together and it's going to be transformed. It's going to kill this shit. So thank you, my friend. I'm not going to butcher it because Matt's going to say it.
Iskaya Hipster?
All right. I need some Charlo, Spence, Crawford, Wilder talk. All right. Well, let's with that, we're gonna head and move on. Vasyl Lomachenko and Jorge Linares. Man, we should have mic'd Mickey up, bro, to at least get his opinion on this. What do you think about this, Matt? I mean,
you know I love it.
Okay, why do you love it? And why should the fight fan love it?
Jorge Linares is arguably the best champion at 135 pounds right now. He's arguably
Matt,
the most established.
wait. I love when you're in studio because we can cut each other off and it sounds great.
Yeah.
Why is he arguably the best champion?
I think because
go ahead and make that argument for him live right now. That would be the right thing to do.
I believe because really only right now we have Linares and Easter. Mikey's moving up for another belt. I'm automatically excluding him from this debate. Same with Terry Flanagan.
Can't exclude. Can't exclude.
This is my opinion.
You can't exclude because he still holds the belt. Flanagan gave up the belt.
No, come on. He has some emeritus belt.
Different. Mikey has the belt.
Sure.
Okay. And he's actively trying to seek a unification with Linares.
That's fantastic.
Okay, so then for you to exclude him just so that you can make your argumentative fighter
now,
the best champion available,
because he is available. That was the perfect way to describe it. Mikey is not available right now at 135 because he's going up a division for another belt.
Mikey's about to make quickety snippety work on March 10th, and he'll be available for both of these guys.
That's potentially
There's no
possible.
rush for them. It's February 11th.
But we don't think Loma.
They're not
Linares-
gonna sign their deal and fight in March 10th. They could wait. Bob Arum made it clear that he was thinking something in April for these guys, May. So they could wait around and see what happens with Mikey. Because let's be real, either one versus Mikey is a bigger fight than both of them together.
True, but we're only talking about Lomachenko versus Mikey, right? We're not talking
No,
about
we're talking about Linares versus Mikey as well, because Mikey wanted the Linares fight. He wanted it before Lomachenko and Linares started negotiating.
Well, my standpoint's only of, is this the best fight for Lomachenko moving up? That's the question, right? If that's not the question, then we're arguing different
Say that
points.
again. I was too busy being shocked by the gracious love by Andre Diacono saying that he wants me, Mickey, and Matt to enjoy some barbecue out in Bama. And he sent us a little Bama trip donation, hashtag TBV road trip. Thank you so much, Andre.
Appreciate it.
Now, what were you saying? Because I was distracted by the great news.
Is this the best fight for Lomachenko moving up? Is that not the question here?
Oh, is Matt asking me a question? I think he just asked me, is this the best fight for Lomachenko to continue to look like a quote-unquote pound for pound? Is this the best way to package Lomachenko as the next big thing? By putting him in there with a guy whose face made of paper mache, who's lost to a guy named Yayo Thompson that no one's ever heard of.
Years ago.
He's probably fucking still working on a resort somewhere in Cancun. Still pushing up on nice little blue-eyed white women and shit. Yayo is over there in that resort he's working for in Cancun as he's fucking fluffing towels and shit.
Ness, are you acting like people cannot improve? Come on. That was, what, 8 years ago?
Yo, Linares also lost to DeMarco.
8 years ago.
You know, the fact that
8 years ago.
Yeah, and for 8 years, your man's been a vegetarian. He ain't want no beef.
Come on,
no
he's had
sauce,
some good names. He's had
no
some
smoke.
good names. He's had some
you
good
know,
names.
You know why they say no smoke? Because you smoking them ribs.
Right,
and your man wants no beef.
If you're complaining about him not facing any elite guys, then Lomachenko is absolutely an elite guy.
Oh yeah,
right?
Perfect situation for him. Face the big name who's gonna bring you the big money, and he's moving up a division. Yeah, it's all good for Linares, but at the end of the day, there is no threat for Lomachenko. Linares could not hurt Mercito Gesta. He hit Mercito Gesta with a 4-piece, and Gesta came forward.
The only guy that can threaten Lomachenko at 135 is Mikey. We know that.
All I'm saying is, whatever Loma does to Linares, let's not act like Mikey wouldn't do that better.
That's not the... Oh, sure. Okay. I'm not debating that. That's not my debate here. Because again, I really have a hard time placing Mikey in this division right now.
I just hate that.
Mikey's looking for 147.
I just hate that he's going to get like an exaggerated amount of credit for a win over Linares, who we all know is made of paper mache.
I think Linares is still a credible win. He is still at least a B+ fighter.
Yeah, but look, man, Bob Arum better make this deal. There's no better way to continue to make this man pound for pound. He'll be moving up another division, capturing another title, doing exactly what it is pound for pound is said to be, what you have to do to be in there. And it's the easiest route. Let's be honest. It's the easiest route. You're telling me Gervonta Davis doesn't beat Linares at 130?
I don't know about that.
No, at 135. If he moves up the same way
I don't know about that.
Oh,
I don't know.
What about you, Mick? You ain't mic'd up, but you could give me some nods.
Going back to what you were saying before, I think Mike has no intention of going to 147. Even his trainer said so.
We got to get this guy, Mike.
Yeah, I know. We're sorry, Mike. We're sorry, Mickey. We're sorry.
Wait a minute. Keep talking, Matt.
All right, I'll put it this way. Wait, what was the last point? It was Linares versus Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis, to me, is a guy that if you put him in rounds 9 through 12 with a really talented boxer, with great cardio, great combination work, yeah, you can beat Gervonta Davis. Now, could Gervonta Davis potentially, finish him, cut him up, bruise him up? Absolutely. That's without a doubt. But I don't know if that happens. I'm not 100% sold on Gervonta Davis being this guy that can go undefeated. I'm not sold on that yet. I think it's pretty premature to think that Gervonta Davis can do it. At least Lomachenko has beaten some names. Lomachenko has beaten a lot more credible names than Gervonta Davis.
First of all, even though you think it may be premature, right? Let's just not forget that Gervonta Davis definitely punches harder than Antonio DeMarco.
Sure.
And he definitely punches harder than no one other than Nestor and the HBO telecast. Remember Yayo Thompson. So there's no doubt, honestly, in my mind, with the aggression in which Gervonta fights, that he doesn't cut Linares' face.
But Linares can still outbox him and win a decision.
But he won't. He doesn't have the power. Mercito Gesta, man. Mercito Gesta walked through his punches. That's all you needed to see. The same way all I needed to see was Curtis Stevens hit Gennady Golovkin with 2 straight left hooks and see that Gennady walked through that, and I knew his chin is real. That's why he took the bombs that Canelo landed on him, because his chin is real. And that's all I'm telling you. When Linares can land 4 punches on a Mercito Gesta, who's not the elite, he's not Lomachenko. He's not even 2 levels under Lomachenko. Nigga, if it's a building, Mercito's at the basement and Lomachenko's at the top penthouse chilling on the pool. Okay? So let's not play games here. You know, that last fight with Linares and Mercito, his face was touched up. Poor Linares looked like he was on the set of the movie and they had mega makeup on him, as rosy as his cheeks was. No way. What's Nomas gonna do to him? What's Nomas gonna do?
He's probably gonna win. I don't think anyone's doubting that Lomachenko's gonna win. But do you think that Lomachenko's also not gonna beat Robert Easter Jr.?
Do I not think that Lomachenko is going to beat Robert Easter Jr.? I think that it's a more difficult fight because at least Easter.
I think Easter has worse defense than Linares.
Yeah, but at least Easter isn't going to quit.
I don't think Linares is
Well, we
quit.
don't even know that because everybody's quitting against fucking Lomachenko at this point. But what you mean? Linares, his face quits, man.
No, I don't think that. I'm
sorry. Matt, open up his resume and see why his face hasn't been bleeding as of late.
Okay.
Because he's not been in with punches. He's been in with Corolla.
Hey, Luke Campbell, man.
Yeah, Prospect Campbell.
Okay. You're hyping Gervonta Davis off of Jose Pedraza.
Slow down. At least do not ever. We've both shared the ring now. We know the difficult. Do not ever take away the fact that he is a world champion, and whoever you just named isn't. He isn't.
Who did Jose Pedraza beat?
Luke Campbell.
Who did Pedraza beat to be a world champion?
Yo, Pedraza.
No.
Listen.
Come on, man.
Listen. Pedraza holds a win over fucking Tevin Farmer.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
over Edna Cherry.
Okay.
He's got decent names.
He does.
He's got probably more names than Tank, and Tank was able to beat him.
Okay. I think Linares has equal, if not better.
But all right, but you're saying Linares when we were talking about Campbell, you see, and you tried to say they was on the same level.
His names.
No, you tried to say they was on the same level, and I'm telling you, no, Campbell ain't never win the world title. At least Gervonta did that. And let me tell you, something. I gotta give Gervonta credit because I was a Pedraza fan. I didn't expect him to whoop Pedraza like that. Nah, but. You know, I mean, there was rumors that he couldn't make the weight. Then but the money was right, so he made it. You know what I mean? But this is boxing. You know what I mean? This is boxing.
Look, I still think Linares Lomachenko is a fantastic fight. Whatever you think about Linares,
these words that you use, man, like fantastic is Mikey versus Loma. That's a fantastic fight.
That's a super fight. See the difference? That's a super fight. See, like. Loma versus Easter, also a fantastic fight. Both are equally fantastic.
Yo, shout out to Kaz. He said dessert is on him, guys. Don't spend it all in one place. I'm going to definitely take you guys now to Dreamland. With that, we got enough to go to Dreamland and eat some good old Bama ribs. Let's see, 7:24 is the time. Remember the number 1-425-569-5241. We are live right now. You can call us up and we can get your opinion live on the Voice of the People hotline here at ThaBoxingVoice.com. Don't forget to head on over to our YouTube channel or to ThaBoxingVoice.com/videos to get caught up on a ton of videography work that we have done. I was just at Jamel Charlo's gym, and we will be talking about the Lions then in a little bit. But there's just so much. Joseph Parker updates as Sean Zattel is out in the streets of Las Vegas and in camp with Joseph Parker. We also had, even the BB King's fights in New York City covered in New York City by Adam Spielberg. And what else did we have out there, Matt? I mean, a little bit of everything, really. We even had some Amir Khan with Dove Joe. What you said?
We have tons of stuff. Tons
of stuff. You heard him. Shout out to Eric Cruz on the Super Chat. Super Chat popping tonight. Thank you guys so much. Support the best boxing podcast in the world. Hashtag buy Matt some Happy Meals is the Super Chat.
No, that's not
message.
all he said. That's not all he said.
He just read it.
You did say support the never mind.
Whoa.
Never mind. My bad.
FYI, everything I just said was Eric's Cruz message on the Super Chat. Shout out to Eric Cruz. Thank you. As always, we're moving on to topic number 3. Call him Bougie Triple G. No more trilogy. Check how NEST rhymes so effortlessly. I fucked up the word, but I was gonna say effortlessly because the thing is, it was all accidentally. Like I'm still rhyming by mistake. You see what I'm saying? I'm just that good, natural.
Sure,
I'm like Drake. But Triple G, what's up with that?
Is Mickey writing your fucking lyrics over there?
I don't know, maybe
Ghostwriter status.
Yeah, he's got the. Oh shit! Pittsburgh Brew with the hella love. Oh my God, Bama's gonna be a good old time. Have a good trip, fellas. Thank you, Brew. I wish we could stop. We're gonna stop through Pittsburgh, right? Isn't that like that's the way? Yeah.
I have no idea.
I think we take 80. I'm not.
I don't live here. I'm not on the first.
Shout out to Matt, always being like, I don't know.
Well, on some haterade.
What the hell he said? Eduardo, what did you say? Nes don't line Linares? Maybe he meant to say like Linares.
That's possible.
Okay. It's not that I don't like him. It's just that I know what he is. I know who he is. And I know that he's been strategically kept away from punchers like Gervonta, and people like Lomachenko. They're giving him the Lomachenko because that's what you do. When a guy is that hot, then your man shouldn't. It's not bad to lose the Loma with all the hype that's behind Loma. You know what I'm saying?
Of course not.
But it doesn't mean that they being Tekken and Golden Boy feel that Linares can win. Because they know that he can't. They know that he can just gain popularity in this one.
Lomachenko is the easier fight than Mikey, though, for Linares.
On paper.
On paper.
Because in theory, you're like, oh, Lomachenko's the smaller guy.
Like maybe the combination
But Mikey is the more
of Linares.
Mikey is the more traditional technical boxer in a sense. Something maybe that Linares will be able to see, whereas Lomachenko is the Matrix.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yo, we are the best, though. Imagine we had a producer right there. That shit would have just been like...
Yeah, shout out to Mickey, dropping the ball.
So, I mean, how do you feel about Triple Jeezy saying, no trilogy? I think that's silly because guess what? If he takes this stance, then he helps me discuss topic number 5, which is Jamal. Yeah. Because you can't say you're not doing a trilogy, but then... you're going for the Billy Joe,
but
how are you going to go for a he goes
unifications take precedent over mandatories. You know that sometimes.
So then
there's that serious clause.
So then he does a Terrence Crawford. Once he becomes undisputed, he lets the belts go, moves up to 68.
Boom. I think that's what's going to happen.
Oh no, Jamal
ain't getting that Triple G fight.
Damn! Shout out to Eric Cruz not playing no games with the huge super chat saying, "Get on Patreon, guys." Some exclusive content on there. Shout out to Eric.
Thank you,
damn, Cruz.
I think, let's be honest, if Triple G wins this fight with Canelo, it's probably going to be equally as close as the first fight. It's going to be a dog fight. He's old. I see him taking a potentially less damaging fight in Billy Joe Saunders. Saunders is not the powerful hitter that Jamal Charlo is. Even though Billy Joe Saunders is a great boxer, he can probably beat Triple G by boxing. It's not the damage that he might recede from a Charlo post Canelo.
I'll be honest though, after watching, Triple G's 2017, he better not take a Billy Joe Saunders fight.
Well, what fight's easier for him, Charlo or Billy Joe Saunders?
Probably Charlo.
Really? I don't know about that.
Charlo's more flat-footed. Billy Joe's on his toes, bro. Bottom fucking line. Billy Joe is Peter Pan in the ring,
I think
man.
Triple G can be countered. That's the thing. Triple G can be countered. And while Billy Joe Saunders can definitely counterbox him, he won't be able to hurt him.
True.
Charlo can hurt him.
Possibly. We don't know that yet. Charlo is for a one-legged man, and now he's going to fight a guy that also moved up.
True.
Not to say that, again, when we get to topic number 5, hot button, we will discuss the physique of a Jamal Lion-Oni Charlo. But yeah, I mean,
I think it's a smart move by Triple G if he wins the Canelo fight in the rematch. Go become an undisputed champion.
I mean, it's a good move.
Because even if he loses, if he beats Canelo, he can always get the Canelo fight back. He can always get that back if he beats Canelo.
Yeah, he doesn't have to do an immediate.
No, if he beats
he's
him
the
once,
A-side.
if he beats him once, he can always, catch that back and get a paycheck.
Even though we don't know what's in the contract, because it's easily for them to say, well, if you win, we want the immediate rematch.
Well, I know there's no immediate rematch clause in this fight.
Ooh. Alrighty then. Let's get on to Keith Uno Ves Thurman. That sounded so Spanglish. It's really like
that was bad.
Una vez. I said it wrong. Like una
bad.
vez. I don't know why I was doing that, but it's una vez Thurman, like one time Thurman. And Jessie Vargas. So I got mixed feelings about this. Because what we're here to discuss, topic number 4, is Jessie Vargas feels that Keith one-time Thurman is a coward for backing out on their, I'm assuming, verbal agreement to fight each other for Keith's comeback fight. Right, Matt? Do I got the gist of this pretty good?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not like a bunch of added context or complex stories behind it.
Okay.
It's basically that.
So for me, I'm not understanding why Jessie is so upset. And I say upset because he's choosing to call Thurman names and a very strong name, a coward. That's, it's a little different than other things.
It's the most PG way of calling someone a pussy.
Pretty much.
Right? Or a bitch. It's the PG version of that.
But my thing is, because I live in reality, who's really the pussy?
It can't be Jessie.
Is it the man that doesn't want to fight injured, or the man that wants to fight the man who's injured?
Nah, come on. We got to keep it 100 here. Keith Thurman was out there in the media, in rehab, saying, yo, Jessie Vargas is a tune-up for me. Jessie Vargas.
Yo, since you want to keep it 100, why don't you put the rest of the context into that? Where he said, if his elbow is back, Jessie's a tune-up.
No.
Not that no matter where my elbow's at.
Nah. You misheard him. He said if his elbow was 100, if it was good, he'd fight Sean Porter immediately. That's what he said. That's what he told us.
I don't believe that we heard that correctly.
Or I heard that correctly. Is that what you're saying? Because it can't be we, because we heard different things.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I don't think we heard it correctly.
I'm pretty sure that I'm right, but
I'm with legendary boxer, man. Calling out an injured fighter is weak. You know what I mean?
Well,
at least even Earl Spence. No. The world's champion.
That guy was called out by the injured fighter.
The world's champion is Earl Spence, and even Earl Spence said, "Man, Keith injured, man. We gonna let him get injured. We ain't waiting on him. We ain't worried about him." That's it.
Keith called him out. What are you talking about? The injured guy called him out.
Come on, man.
And then he backs out.
How called him out?
Of course, Jessie Vargas.
How called him out? How called him out? There was rumors always that they was fighting, bro.
His name was in Keith Thurman's lips the entire build up to that press conference that they had. He was mentioning Jessie Vargas in every fucking interview. Every interview, they're mentioning Jessie Vargas. Come on,
what,
man.
at the Showtime up front?
Yeah, but no. Every media event he was at, every boxing event he was at beforehand, he was mentioning Jessie Vargas.
Because that's was the road that they were gonna go. But if the therapy isn't going well, Matt, should he please you? Or think about his career and longevity of that.
I'm not. No. You're arguing a different point here. If Keith Thurman's elbow is not feeling good enough to fight Jessie Vargas, then don't fight Jessie Vargas.
That's exactly what's happening.
Hold on. That's separate. That's mutually exclusive from Jessie Vargas feeling a certain way about being called out by that guy and being called a tune-up when he is a top 7 welterweight in the world, of course he's going to say something back. That's
All right.
Any fighter would do that. You know,
and
fighters.
you could say something back, but you can't be calling a fighter who's injured a coward.
Yo, when you get called a tune-up and you're top 10 in the world, yeah, you're gonna be calling that guy something else,
bro. If you can't tell that Jessie Vargas is doing his best rendition of Shannon Briggs,
say you live in reality. You say you live in reality. Ask any fighter that's a top 10 in the world. Hey, if you get called a tune-up by a champion, how are you gonna feel? They're gonna feel a certain way. Come on, man.
Build it up. Build it up. He still got
this
2
is
titles.
Build up. This is build up.
No. Not calling him a coward. That's
Yes,
showing that
it
there's
is.
no respect. That's showing that there's no respect.
So who cares? I don't need you to respect him to build up a fight.
This is a gentleman's sport at the end of the day.
No, fuck that. We don't.
It is.
It's a sport with Adrian
It's always.
Broner.
It's
What
always.
are we talking about?
Yeah, and everyone is an Adrian Broner. He's a case all to himself.
Oh
but it's always been a sport.
I don't give a fuck about the respect.
2 men doing battle.
It's a fight.
And then having good sportsmanship
It's a
after,
fucking
shaking
fight.
their hands. They even hug after. What are you talking
It's a
about,
fucking
bro?
fight.
That's
I
why
don't care.
that's why a lot of the world got upset when Jamal Charlo didn't accept Julian Williams' apology.
Do you know who
Not
didn't
that
get
I
upset?
had an issue with it. You know, I didn't have an issue with
Do you know who didn't get upset? Me.
Me neither.
I didn't give a fuck.
Because I'm on that shit too. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck you. You talk shit. Just like Vargas.
Which is what Vargas is doing.
No.
You talk shit. I'm going to talk shit back.
Exactly. And that's why I'm saying, just like Vargas, who I'm saying is like, yo, is weak. You calling somebody out who's injured. It's like,
Yo,
you know,
it's weak calling
you know
a
you
top
can't
7
get that
guy.
sauce.
Come
you
on.
know you can't get that
Yes.
sauce. You know you can't get that sauce, so you going to talk tough. No, talk tough because you do tough things.
Ness.
Don't talk tough because it look good in the media. That's all I'm saying.
What's more whack? Talking tough when you're injured and then not backing it
Nah,
up?
what's
Or,
more
hold
whack?
on, let me finish.
What's
Let me
more
finish.
whack?
Let me
What's
finish.
more whack?
Or
Having 2
talking-
losses or 2 belts?
That's not the debate here.
I'm just saying. You said what's more whack? I'm asking you. What's more whack? 2 losses or 2 belts?
Obviously 2 losses.
Oh, all right then.
So why can't you answer my question?
What's yours?
What's more whack? A guy that's talking shit with an injury and not backing it up,
Ha!
or
the only
the guy
guy in the
talking
welterweight
shit back. Come on.
division, the only guy in the welterweight division to fight 2 real ones back to back.
That can't be an excuse for everything. At the
2
end of the day.
real ones back to back.
Yes, no, come on. Like that's one thing that Thurman has to understand. That just because you beat those 2 guys doesn't mean you get carte blanche on everything. That doesn't happen.
He ain't get what the fuck are you talking about? He had 1 fight this year.
If you talk,
He had 1 fight this
if
year.
you
You see what I'm
talk
saying?
shit,
The
you're
problem
gonna
with
get
the
talked
problem
shit
with
back.
no.
Come on,
The
man.
problem with fight fans are they're fickle. He fought this year. People acting like he's been going all year. No, he fought this year. He
Well,
unified.
technically last year.
Yeah, well, technically, that's
Yeah.
right. Fuck, it's over already.
Yeah,
Shit.
it's 2018.
All right,
It's February, bro.
but still, he had 1 fight in the calendar in
It was
last
12
year's
months ago.
calendar
It was
year.
12 months ago.
Now,
Okay.
and Danny is about to get in
And
the
in
ring.
that time, he was talking shit and calling a top 7 welterweight in the world.
Danny's no,
and then back
no.
down.
In that
and then,
time,
and then you
in
want
that
to feel some
time,
way? Come on,
in that
man.
time, he was in Nepal.
That's whack as fuck.
In that time, he was in Nepal, getting married. You know, doing therapy, living life, and people was out here pressuring him. Earl.
If you call someone tune up, prepare to get what's coming back. Come
All
on,
right,
man.
well,
You know
we'll
that.
see.
You
We'll
know
see.
that in the fight game. Come on.
All I know is this, man. All I know is this. Anybody that is trying to discredit or question Keith Thurman is absolutely blind. You can't call. That's what I'm saying. Like,
we're not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I'm talking specifically to Vargas. You can't lose to Bradley and Pacquiao and say that this dude's a coward.
Arguably, those guys are better than anyone Thurman has fought.
Okay, but you can't call him a coward when he's fought and beat better opposition.
You can call him a coward when he's been calling your name out,
All right.
and then you back down. That's
All right.
exactly what a coward is.
All right.
He has a valid excuse, but that doesn't excuse what Vargas is saying being valid.
Again, this is a sport. This isn't MMA. Okay?
No. This
isn't MMA. Okay. This isn't
sport had
MMA.
Tyson. This sport
This
had
isn't
Tyson.
MMA, and
What are you
this
talking
isn't a
about?
Russell Crowe movie.
This sport had
Okay.
Tyson. This sport had
This
Tyson.
isn't MMA, and this isn't a Russell Crowe movie where people go do battle after they've been stabbed under the fucking wing and shit, you know, so that they're not 100%. You want to look like a champ because you defeated a wounded animal? Well, then you be that champion that the world's seeing you take advantage of a man that isn't 100%. Do that then.
Okay, fine. Call him. Yeah, if I'm Vargas, I don't give a fuck. You call me a tune-up.
All right.
Why would you care that he's injured at that point?
This is
Why
a
would you
sport.
care?
But that's the problem. This is a sport, and no matter
this is sports entertainment. This is sports entertainment.
And you're absolutely right. But no matter what
different.
Vargas is gonna say, Thurman and Team Thurman and Heyman are never gonna allow it. If Thurman said no, my elbow ain't ready,
it
ain't gonna happen.
So that's not the argument. That has nothing to do.
He's just doing whatever he gotta do.
That has nothing to do with what Vargas is saying right here.
You know what the problem is? He's afraid that opportunity is gonna pass him up.
Well, of course he is.
You know, but again, you don't go about it that way.
This is exactly
you don't go about it that way.
You talk shit back. You build it up.
Remember Anthony Joshua said that one time about Deontay Wilder.
Salute to Jessie Vargas. I think he's doing exactly what he should be doing.
Okay. Well, moving on.
This is exactly what we ask fighters to do all the time. To talk shit, to be vocal in the media.
You can talk shit without disrespecting someone.
Okay, are we really acting like coward is this really huge disrespectful thing? Really?
Absolutely.
When people have been called Uncle Tom
to a unified, undisputed, or he's not undisputed unless he got all four, right?
I think you're being very hyperbolic about this being disrespectful.
Absolutely.
We've had Mike Tyson say that he will eat his opponent's children.
Nah.
So I really don't understand how we're comparing that with calling someone a coward, which I think is the most PG thing to call someone. You know, I think it's almost disingenuous to compare the two because they're very different. They are vastly different things to call someone. I think Jessie Vargas, being a top 7 welterweight in the world, arguably, has a right to feel a certain way about Thurman calling him a tune-up for months and months and months, and then Thurman all of a sudden going dark in the media about the subject. Any top 10 fighter in the world will feel a certain way about that. Will have a chip on their shoulder because of that. I don't blame him. This is boxing. This is fighting. You know, we don't ask guys to be in tuxedos and bow to each other. No, this is a fighting sport and entertainment structure. So I want to be entertained. I want guys to fight. I don't care about the respect. Let's move on. Let's have a fight. I think that's the better thing to have. But I think we can definitely probably move on to the next topic because I think me and you are probably going to just disagree on this one. Nestor Gibbs.
We always disagree, Matthew.
But that's the fun part of the show.
Always. The fact still remains that it's a little lame to me. Just a bit.
You may think that, and you may be right. I may agree with you, but it's not anything I'm going to say is, you know, a blackout in the sport or anything close to that.
I mean, black eye. That's a bit of a strong word, but
you made it sound like it was like.
Well, when you calling someone a coward, Matt.
So who cares?
Okay.
Who cares?
We'll see. We'll see if Keith cares or doesn't care.
Come on, that's such a nice way to talk shit. Come on, coward. Really?
Like you said,
Really?
That's a PG way of calling someone a pussy.
It
so
is.
All right, so he still knows what you're calling him.
Exactly, but it's still a PG way of saying it. And it's still on the meter of what's been said in the boxing world throughout the last 100 years. It's not even a 1.5.
I think because it's boxing and it's in a competitive sport, the fact that you're calling the other competitor a coward.
They all call each other cowards.
Essentially a duck.
They call each other ducks all the time. What are we talking about?
But that's what I'm saying. You don't call a 2-time champion.
They all do that.
Oh my
God.
No, get the fuck out of here.
Come on.
Well, all right, Matt. Help us.
Spence is calling him a duck. Spence is calling him a duck, for God's sake.
Never. He never said the word duck. Stop.
He may not use the word, but neither is fucking Jessie Vargas.
Yo, we just talked about how Spence understands that the Earl is Spence understands that Keith is injured.
Yo, and how many interviews have we seen of Spence saying that he wants that fight and that Thurman doesn't want it?
I don't care about interviews. I care about what he told me, and what he told me is I'm not waiting on Keith. Okay. My interview's up. You go check that one out. I don't care what he told anybody else.
Okay. But we cover a lot of other media outlets on the show.
So Jamal Charlo opened the doors to the Lions Den. And first things first, man, that facility is big, bro.
Yeah, it's insane.
Wow. It felt like a rec center, but private. It had everything down to like the rope.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
To freaking just climb. They even had like obviously box jumps. They had all the new, sled pulling type of strength and conditioning regimens that people are using these days. I mean, it is just a huge facility. Aqua bags, they had the ProLast bags too that Danny uses. Those bags are built to last, man. They call ProLast for a reason. For real, I need to get one of those one day. Those things do not break. They had 2 rings, bro. 24 and an 18. And that 18 felt tight, man. It was bringing back memories of that little ass gym we was in, bro.
A lot of big gyms have 2 rings, though. That's not uncommon.
Yeah.
Even small gyms, you can find 2 small rings. That's
but
common.
bro, this is a like, it's not open to the public, right?
I understand that.
I don't think that it is. I mean, it was just them, and it looks like it's just them.
Yeah, so.
But they had Luis Cubas Aries in there. I mean,
I like that.
What did you think of that? Obviously, we haven't seen him since his loss to Daniel Jacobs on HBO. But thoughts, my friend.
I'm wondering where his comeback's going to be. I'm wondering what his ceiling's going to be because he definitely laid a goose egg. Like, he didn't look good in that fight, unfortunately. Like, if he looked really good and spectacular against Daniel Jacobs, just lost, it would be different. But he looked underwhelming. He looked anxious. He looked like he was not ready for that level yet.
It's funny. Did you watch his interview? Because he kind of said all that. Like,
no, I did not.
He realized being in that fight that he's got to do more to win on that level, and that he's not there yet. But that's why he's in the gym.
And being with the Charlos, I think, is a great thing to be around. I mean, if iron sharpens iron. Like Spence being with Jamel Charlo makes great sense. Cubas Aries with Jamal Charlo makes perfect sense as well. So I think it's a good pairing. I think it's probably going to do a lot of benefit and a lot of good for Luis Aries. Again, talented prospect. Too much too soon with that fight. Hopefully he's matched and managed properly in the comeback. That's the only thing we have to worry about, really, with a guy like that.
Well,
overall, fun content, especially with Charlo's clowning you. That was fun.
I have no clue what you're talking about. Did you see that kid? I think it's called Powell.
No, I did not see it.
Yeah, they had some other kid that a lot of people in the comment sections were making noise about. A Powell or something like that. I got to check it out. I looked them up when they said it, but obviously I was not prepared.
Shout out to the super chat, Brent Fox, saying keep up the content and debate. LOL. Thank you, Brent.
Thank you, Brent. Thank you. Let's see here if I can't find it. Probably not, Matt. But overall, it was pretty good, man, to see that guy Jamal, man. His jab is serious.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why people think that he's maybe the best middleweight in the world right now.
I mean,
it might be a little bit too soon, obviously, with the list of guys currently in the middleweight division. But again, I can see why they think that's there, that potential is there at least. I can definitely see why.
Yeah, I just want to see him have the opportunity to prove it. But what another interesting thing to say and discuss at least about him is the fact that he's willing to go to the UK for Billy Joe Saunders. Now, he's not anyone that Billy Joe Saunders would pay attention to unless Billy Joe were serious about fighting Gennady or Canelo, and he would take that opportunity to become the mandatory and steal that thunder away from Charlo.
I don't know if he does it. I still think the industry is pushing Jacobs versus Charlo. And even if you think about it, look at their next potential matchups, especially Daniel Jacobs, because that one's not official yet with Saleki. He had fought Centennial. So there you go. You have Centennial fighting Jamal Charlo, common opponents in a sense, we're going to get some sort of buildup, I think, in 2018 for that fight. I think Billy Joe Saunders is in the Canelo
I don't
Triple
know.
G.
I don't know if it's a Daniel Jacobs, Jamal Charlo buildup. Two guys on two separate sides of the network.
I mean, let's be honest here. They've been mentioning each other in the media more than anyone else, I feel like. Or at least the media.
I mean, I can't say no because obviously me just getting back from Houston, being with him, I obviously heard him talk about Daniel, but I don't know when else.
I mean, I feel like you're talking.
I was just with them in New York and I didn't hear them say anything. Did you?
No.
All right. So what the hell? You're the one saying you've heard.
Do I have every one of their interviews memorized? No, I don't have all these interviews, in my pocket that I can pull out. But I've seen tons of interviews where they talk about Daniel Jacobs. There's a reason for that. Adams interviewed them tons of times talking about Daniel Jacobs. This is not an uncommon occurrence. I think Billy Joe Saunders does not want to fight Jamal Charlo. He wants the Canelo Triple G sweepstakes because that's pay-per-view money in the U.S. That means a lot more than Showtime money from Charlo. And I think Daniel Jacobs is going to be the odd man out because he presents a dangerous option just like Jamal Charlo. I think they're going to have to eventually face each other because there's really going to be no one else at the top for them to face. 2018.
I hear you, man. Charlo has a lot of things going for him. They're deciding also to go the Errol Spence route. You know what that means?
Tell us, Ness.
Well, do you know?
Just work the mandatory until you get the fight.
Yeah. Just stay on course. Stay on course and do what you got to do until your time comes, a la Earl Spence and Kell Brook.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
I spoke to the trainer, Ronnie Shields. He feels that Canelo and or Triple G dropped the belt. But his whole theory is backed by trilogy, where in our third topic, Triple G is talking the opposite of that. So,
but again, I think I don't know if Triple G does take Billy Joe Saunders over a Canelo trilogy fight because I don't know if Triple G beats Canelo. He has all the belts to then put up for an undisputed championship. I don't know if that happens. Again, that's the determining factor on what Triple G does. Does he win or lose that fight in Cinco de Mayo? So yet to be known. That Cinco de Mayo is really going to set the tone for the division.
it is, man. Cinco de Mayo. Do you feel it's as big as the first time? Or is it because we don't have a location?
We don't have a location yet. The promotion hasn't really started for it yet, so I'm not going to put any pressure on it. No.
But we do have 4 months now. It's the second month.
We have to remember at the time that the last one was announced, it was like, what, a day later, 2 days later that Mayweather McGregor was announced, right? Something like that. Like, it was like a lot of that hype from the initial reaction was stolen in a sense. So it's really hard to compare. Triple G Canelo had a lot of late hype and sort of, I don't know, notice and exposure. It did 1.2 to 2 million pay-per-view buys. Of course, that's a good number. That's a great number. It was definitely talked about on mainstream podcasts, mainstream outlets that I listen to and I watch. But that was all within the last week of the fight. That's probably what's going to happen again. That these guys are known. These guys aren't really shit talkers. It's not really going to be that sort of build up that Mayweather McGregor or other fights like that are known.
Well, I don't know if they're not really shit talkers. I think things have changed a little bit. I mean, I see Canelo more and more saying he's going to be able to knock out Triple G this time. If anything, that is trash talk.
But Ness, you know what I mean by trash talk. They can't speak in English like that. That's what it is. They can't deliver the quotes.
So there's no trash talk unless it's in English, huh, Matt?
Well, if it's a U.S. pay-per-view, it does make a difference. Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes,
because
having two guys that speak English that can promote a fight like a Mayweather McGregor, for example, maximizes a predominantly English-speaking country and English-speaking pay-per-view market.
I guess you're right.
You know, that,
It has to help rather than not, right?
yeah. Like of course, I mean, Triple G, Canelo, both guys not native English speakers, sold 2 million pay-per-view buys, so they can obviously be stars and transcend to the mainstream audience. That's not up for this debate. But if they did speak English, yeah, it would probably help more. Of course, it would. They could do 3 million, maybe 4 million. Who knows?
So, Charlo obviously opened doors because he's closing in on the March 3rd fight with Hugo Centeno. Less than a month away.
Great fight.
Any thoughts?
I think Centeno is going to give him some issues at first because of his size, his length. Centeno has a reach that I think it's pretty long. The last time I checked, that might give Charlo some issues. Charlo should probably counter him in mid combination. Maybe a famous uppercut like he did with J-Rock again. But Charlo should get probably a 6 to 8 round KO, TKO victory.
Sort of letter grade are you expecting from Charlo?
Charlo's one of those guys that he's a really slow starter. So I think a lot of the casual fans have a hard time appreciating it at times because he has to sort of work into a pace and work into a timing and range. And that takes around 3 or 4 rounds for him. It happened with the J-Rock fight. He had to be worked into a pace and a accuracy standpoint. So I think that's going to happen again with this fight. The casuals may think it's a little bit slow at first. I think it may be a little bit slow at first. But for me and maybe hardcores, it's probably going to be an A, B+ performance.
Cool. Any other topics out there?
There were some fights on BN Sports and CBS Sportsnet. I did not see them.
Oh, really?
So I just wanted to make note of that. You can probably find them somewhere. I did not see them. Sorry, I was traveling.
I mean, they didn't even record because you see me put BN last night. It wasn't no fucking Miguel Burchett fight on that BN. Maybe a BN West Coast or some shit. But anyway, we're about to head on out to the sponsors. And you know the number. Call in 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Remember, hashtag TBV podcast. We're about to get this thing started, man. Get your guys' opinion and see where you lie with all these topics.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Legendary boxer coming for Matt early.
What's going on, guys?
What up?
Well, you guys don't have my intro yet, Matt? Come on. Man, I thought I was going to have my intro, man.
Oh, yeah!
Matt, stay dropping the ball.
Matt's been smoking too much weed. I was going to say, Linares and Loma, you guys are talking about that, but didn't you guys hear? Eric Gomez said Loma's next opponent has been predetermined like it always is, and they never called him. And they said Aaron tried to reach out to the Honda guy in Japan, and he told him to call Top Rank, and they never got, Golden Boy, and they never got a call. So you know what's happening. They're waiting for Beltran to win, and he's going to fight him, like as expected.
Yep, sounds like the WBO way.
Yeah, that WBO crook that's always fucking have that creepy smile behind Aram and shit. That guy's fucking in-house belt. It's like the Top Rank belt. I mean, nobody else really even fights for the WBO belt, really. Who else fights for those belts except Top Rank stars? And Thurman, people are, I don't know, Thurman gets no fucking respect, man. Like for beating Porter and Danny back to back. Who else has done that? I mean, except Spence beating Brooke and Peterson back to back. There's no fucking active champion right now that has a better resume than Crawford. Than Thurman at welterweight. Who has a better resume than Thurman at welterweight, really? Matt, do you want to jump in?
You ain't going to get me to argue. It's going to have to be Matt.
I'm not, just for devil's advocate, I don't actually think this. Maybe like an Usyk with Marco Huck and Marius Briedis. Maybe.
We're talking about welterweights.
Oh, it's just that division? Yeah, no.
Yeah, but like who at welterweight has a better resume than Thurman, beating Danny and Porter back to back? That has to
no one
count for something.
No one. That's never been up for debate. Of course, Thurman has the best active resume in that division.
And I think even Spence doesn't get enough credit for beating Brook and Peterson back to back, because if somebody else like fucking Crawford would have done that, he would be getting fighter of the fucking year. We all know that shit.
Agree.
Crawford is fighter of the year.
And they also...
No, he's not. He's not a fighter of the year. Fuck no.
What?
Fucking Indongo was a fucking no-name bum. He beat some no-name fucking guy.
Yo, that no-name guy was a champion.
And then Ricky...
That was an underdog. That wasn't an underdog.
One big win.
And then
just
Ricky
like Postol.
Yeah, but he was an underdog.
Washed-up Lucas. That's it. Lucas was washed up and fucking war-torn.
Yo, what you got against Top Rank? What you got against Top Rank?
What did Bob Aaron do?
Just their cherry-picking program. That's all. I'm just trying to expose their cherry-picking program. That's all. Not many people do that because they just like go with whatever Steve Kim or Dougie Fisher tell them to think. You know, they don't really think for themselves. Just like Linares is going to fucking cherry-pick another fucking bum-ass champ at 135. I mean, you know, and they'll give him another fight of the year for fighting another Mariaga type guy or Beltran type guy. I mean, same shit.
Man, they ain't giving him no fight of the year. You bugging. Yo, legendary boxer. Thanks for calling in. Legendary call. He said they're going to give Linares fight of the year. Damn.
Yo, we need Alex Lemon versus legendary boxer top rank debate. We need that. We need that. The world needs that.
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean. My man, get a cup and put some change inside your hand. Now hold up. Let's make this official. Everybody, let's agree that.
Fellas.
I mean,
TBV was good.
How are you, man?
What up, my man?
I've been all right, man. I was a little tight. Listen, I was a little tight. Ness, I don't know which one of y'all cats. Thanks for getting back to me. I was a little tight. I wasn't getting the bat signals, man. I felt like I was missing something, man. So if I'm being honest with y'all, I ain't like that shit. But back at it. Great show as always. A lot of the Linares and Loma talk. I also been keeping up with TBV via social media as of late. So I'm liking a lot of what you guys are posting. Let me just deal with Linares and Loma right quick. And let me talk about Top Rank. Listen, Top Rank, I got a lot of respect for Top Rank nowadays. I think the weak link has proven itself because my man had called, no disrespect, but it just seemed like, he was throwing Top Rank under the bus. But, Golden Boy is the shit show of them all. Golden Boy and Rock Nation is the shit show. Top Rank is respectable nowadays, man. And where we once thought, I think it was more HBO than it was Bob Arum. And I like what Top Rank is doing. They brought boxing back to ESPN when even PBC couldn't do it as consistently. I'll say that. That's how you know you're being objective. But on to Loma and Linares, that should be a pretty good fight. And I mean, listen, it's for the WBO. That's what Top Rank does. The motherfuckers got more WBOs in their claws and shit. They could make me WBO champion of fucking nothing. That's how many WBO belts they got in the tuck. I did want to jump ahead, man, because this Wilder Ortiz fight, I just want to say I got my tickets, and I'm excited to fucking go and see this heavyweight fight. I was telling somebody, it's important that we see these fighters of this generation. Roy Jones just retired. We'll see. But, I don't know if a lot of people can say that they saw the Roy Jones, the Chad Dawson, Jermaine Taylors in person. So we kind of missed a little window of boxing. If you didn't get out there, you didn't have the means or you wasn't into it. But now's the time to get your ass out there if you're a boxing fan and go see these motherfucking fights, especially if you're on the East Coast at Barclays. Go see you some motherfucking Mexicans on the West Coast. That's my call. Great show. I'm out.
Thank you, I mean, always great call.
Always a great call. Let's head on out to Kansas City, Matt.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can. Virgil
Can
Hunter.
y'all hear me?
Loud
Yes, sir.
clear.
What's up, Ness? What's up, Matt?
What up?
Appreciate y'all. I know you ain't really talking about AB, but AB is finished. This man's online going crazy.
Yo, he is going
He
crazy.
will lose his next fight.
Yo, I'm
That man is going
honestly
nuts.
worried about him. On like a personal level, like I'm
Yes.
worried about him. Like his
Man,
team needs,
I wouldn't worry.
his team needs to make sure he's all right.
Yeah, that's they
I
got to
think
worry
he's
about
just
him. Can't tell us.
he's promoting, man.
That's promoting.
He knows how to stay relevant.
That's
He's
promoting.
promoting. That's promoting.
He knows how to
You
stay
hear what that
relevant.
man was saying?
Yo, come on, man.
Well, shoot, because he know he be losing. He know he be losing, man. He ain't
Yo,
elite.
child
He's just
support's a
weak
motherfucker,
gatekeeper.
man. Child support's a motherfucker. People need
Well,
to
hey, did
understand
nobody
that.
tell you to go put all them babies? Did nobody tell you bring all them babies in the world? But you chose to lay down with them ladies.
And
You handle your business.
And it's also different to put on social media. You don't blast that shit on social media, man.
You know what the
Come on,
problem
men
is?
don't do that.
Females
Nah,
do.
you know what
Yeah,
the
men don't
problem
do
is?
that shit.
Listen,
Come on.
listen. You know what the problem is? You know, when he was
That
starting
ain't
out.
a man stuff.
Nah. Listen, when he was starting out, right? Child support was probably like $175 a child, $150 a child, you know, per week, every 2 weeks, something like that. Then he made some money and it increased by like 100. That's the way that it works. Like guys, you know, who are rich, like remember Puff Daddy's child support was in the media. It was rumored that he was paying like $50K to his baby mom. Like, yo, unfortunately for rich people.
Look at Tyrese Gibson, man. Like,
he broke down.
He had a big meltdown because of it.
Yo, child support will rape someone who is rich.
No, that's not. We're not disagreeing with that. But again, don't put that on social media.
Yo,
that's some whack shit.
Yo, he venting. And listen,
you don't mention.
Okay,
listen.
why you don't?
I don't know what he said because
Why we
I don't.
hear
I,
about
listen,
Mayweather.
I don't know because Mayweather ain't on child support. He taking care of his
Exactly.
kids. He take care of his kids and the mother. But you see, he keeps the mothers around though. You know that. And some of them,
that man's
listen,
a mastermind.
No. No, because you there's no way that the one who put him in jail doesn't have him in child support. Come on. She must.
Yeah,
I mean, hypothetically,
she
I'm assuming, you know what I mean? I'm just assuming, but yeah, I mean, come on. He just moves different, but Mayweather's a 40-year-old man, bro. You're trying to compare Broner to Mayweather just because they act similar in certain ways, and it's really Broner mimicking Mayweather.
No, they don't act similar in some ways. No,
yeah,
they
you're
don't.
right. It's like I said, it's
No.
Broner mimicking Mayweather.
Trying to mimic it. See, my time up, man. Hey, Thurman ain't ducking nobody, man. He hurt. Hey, when he get healthy and he get in the ring, he gonna lay it down. Bomb Squad, Joshua need to come in and take that deal after he's done with Parker. If he gets past Parker, I'm done. Hey, love y'all, man. Thank what y'all doing.
Kansas City Mac, have a good night, my friend. 309, looks like you're a first-time caller. 309-292. 309. Whatever.
Yeah, how y'all doing? Appreciate y'all taking my call.
What's up, brother? Who's this? Where you calling from?
My name is Chris. I'm in the chat. I'm known as HT Logistics. I was in your chat and all that. I've been following you for a long time. Finally able to get in. I know I called several times before on your previous shows, but it was, it can be hard to get in. But anyway, basically, I just want to speak my piece. I want to first say that Keith Thurman, in my opinion, I'm going to laugh extremely loud and obnoxiously if he wins all these fights everybody say he's going to lose, especially with the Spence. Number two, I think Wilder needs to prove himself, and he needs to go ahead and just take whatever deal Anthony Joshua gives instead of running his mouth. Take the deal, go over there and knock this dude out, and then be the A side. And then finally, I just want to say that I appreciate y'all's show, and I'm going to keep following y'all. I love the interviews, and I love the debates and all that. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. And Terrence Crawford will take over the welterweight division. Midwest is the best. There's no contest. Simple as that.
Well, Chris, make sure you continue to call in. And as Terrence Crawford's begin to try and take it over, we want to keep you close by. See if you're just as good as Miss Cleo. We're going to go out to Gary in Dallas. Gary, what's up, brother?
Yeah, I'm getting a little tired of this Keith Thurman thing. I mean,
He told the WBC in October he's going to fight in January. In January, he said he was going to fight late February or March. Then it was April 14th against Jessie Vargas, signed, sealed, and delivered in the Barclays Center. And now it's May against an unnamed opponent. But he's not coming back. He's going to postpone that. He's going to take a date in the summer, and that'll be the one time he fights this year. He only fights once a year. That's all he's been doing the last 2 years. And he'll do anything to not have to fight Errol Spence.
This coming from a man who lives in the state of Texas, Matt.
In the hometown of Errol Spence.
I think they'll do anything to paint Thurman a ducker.
Of course.
I think Thurman could win the fight. I think Thurman could beat Spence, but he's already he's shook. I mean, he said he was going to fight 3 times this year. Now he's only going to fight twice, and he's not going to fight Errol Spence. He's going to fight once this year, and he's going to, then he'll take his mandatories next year, and he's just going to wait for Spence to outgrow the division.
You better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son.
What happened to that guy? What happened to Keith Thurman that was rolling up with everyone? You better not duck me, son. Now he's ducking Jessie Vargas? I mean,
come on. Let me get this. Come on. Gary.
We told you that Jessie Vargas was a tune-up for him.
Gary, we can all agree that Jessie Vargas has every right to feel a certain way about Keith Thurman not winning that fight after the build-up it has basically had the past 4 or 5 months. However, if he is truly coming off an injury that is that debilitating, why would he fight Jessie Vargas? And why would you as a fan want him to fight somebody not being 100% and fighting a top 7 welterweight in the world not being 100%? How is that done?
Well, why is he 100%? In October, he told in October he told the WBC that he's going to be back in January. Now we're talking about May. On a fight that he already said he was going to do.
Maybe the rehab.
April.
Maybe the rehab is going.
He's fine to fight. I'm not.
Gary, maybe the rehab is not going as well as planned. As somebody who has blown out my knee, had shoulder surgery, fractured my neck, I've had tons of rehab, and let me tell you, there's times when rehab is going really well.
Yo, he's only 22, by the way, guys.
And yeah, right. High school football.
He fell off of Mount Everest.
And there's times where rehab is going awful, and it's taking 9 months, 12 months to bounce back from a surgery. Yeah, maybe Thurman's bouncing back slowly. That happens. I don't think this is a duck, but I also don't think that dispels what Vargas is feeling.
This is stupid.
Anybody that calls Thurman a duck doesn't understand boxing. It's just that simple. You don't fight a certain caliber of fighter if you're not 100%. You know, this isn't a dick measuring contest. This is who is the best. And the only way you figure that out is in the ring. And it's not gladiator. Why come in there bleeding? That makes no sense.
No, these guys are fighting with their lives, their careers. No, there's no reason to rush from an injury. There's no reason to rush to a unification fight or whatever, or even a top 5 fight or a top 7 fight off an injury. There's no reason for that. You can risk your career doing that. And with most of these guys, they don't have backups when they're 30 years old. That's not there. This is their career.
No, they got 401k, Matt. You know, these guys, that's why they want them to do what they want. You know, they got great health insurance too, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those employee benefits that they have. Oh, wait, they're independent contractors.
You know what I'm saying?
Any benefits. Yeah.
901, you're live.
Hey, what's up?
What
First
up?
time caller?
First time caller, my friend?
Hey, I've been listening to y'all for a while, man.
Where you calling in from, brother?
I'm calling in from Memphis, Tennessee, representing Mississippi, though.
All right, and your name?
You call me Trap, Big Trap.
Big Trap. So what's on your mind, brother?
Okay, on this Keith Thurman thing, y'all heard it here first. Keith Thurman gonna fight Spence. He gonna lose and he gonna retire. Keith ain't hungry no more. He don't want him no more. Y'all heard it here first.
I hear you, man.
All right, and
Retire off of what? Off of how much you think that paycheck is? How much you think that paycheck is?
For Spence?
Yeah.
But I say the Thurman and Spence fight gonna be pay-per-view. They probably sell maybe $400K, and they'll get $3 million apiece.
$3 million apiece. I don't even know if that
you heard it here first.
That sounds pretty fair though, because Danny Keith did $2 million each. But 400,000, that's a good number. 400,000. Remember, Matt Marquez versus Juan Manuel Diaz did 225.
400,000 would be fantastic.
Yeah,
would be fantastic. That'd be really good.
I mean, not fantastic. Fantastic
for
would
those
be
guys.
$1 million.
For those guys,
fantastic would be $1 million.
We know they're not getting $1 million.
All right, but that would be fantastic. That's what I'm saying. You just be fucking misusing words.
Yo, 400,000. That's easily somewhere around 30-40 million extra dollars, man. Come on,
Matt. Fantastic and 30
right,
million, whatever.
Okay, now let me get to my boy Charlo. Sad to say, Canelo gonna win this Triple G fight. He's not gonna take the WBC belt, and Charlo's gonna fight for a vacant belt.
Yep, I believe
that's
how
Charlo go. And then
that's what Ronnie said. You was listening to my interview.
Yeah, I fuck with y'all. I fuck with y'all hard.
Ronnie said the same thing. He said they're gonna drop that belt. He said they don't want no smoke. Shout out to B. Paul. He just signed up to Patreon, man. I hope you enjoy Matt getting beat up. I say that with love.
And speaking of smoke, speaking of smoke, I want to get some of this Border Wars action. I weigh 180 pounds. I guarantee you, I'd knock out anybody going up to heavyweight. I want Georgia Porter though. Georgia Porter, real.
Yo, you need to sign up. You need to sign up. We need to check your level of experience and all that. But head on over to ThaBoxingVoice.com/.
Sign up.
Georgie, the call out is real. Yeah.
Yo, everyone's been
Georgia Porter signed up. He getting knocked out.
Big trap, man. Don't hurt him, man. You gonna scare him off.
Hey, I appreciate y'all though, man. Have a good night.
You too, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in. And no longer are you just a listener. You are a caller as well. So we hope you continue to call in. Remember that number 14255695241. Press 1 one time. The voice of your opinion here with me and Matt. Got Mickey in the building. We going to do that killer work. It's going down, man. We're going to bring back a masterpiece, It's going to be Picasso-like, We're going to paint on a ceiling metaphorically, It's going to go down. That's right. Who we got? We got 434-429. You're up. First-time caller?
First-time caller. What's up, Nestor, Matt? What's going on?
What up, brother? I'm going to get and play this first-time caller intro since I dropped the ball for the last 3 first-time calls. I'm going to let them know how it go down when I'm on point. I'm going to play this intro. You let the world know your name, where you calling from.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
What's up, man? My name is Lawrence Williams. I'm calling from the VA.
Lawrence, what's going on, brother?
What's going on? Yeah, man, big time listener, long time listener. I just want to talk about the Keith Thurman, man. I know everybody been talking about Keith Thurman, but I really think, he's doing the right thing. Like, he's coming off an injury, and I think, he'll probably he's gonna take a fight like Jamal James, or look, try this one out. What about Fabian Madonna? Remember Madonna ducked him a couple of years ago, so maybe that's a little storyline. And I also think when he come back, it's not gonna be for the title. It's probably be like a catch weight, like 150. You know what I'm saying? Test that arm up. What y'all think about that?
I agree, man. Look, he's got to be careful. You don't want to go in there and rush yourself, and then you lose everything that you worked for. And those titles is everything you worked for.
Yeah. And I love what y'all do with Wilder, man. That's like my favorite boxer right there. Like that exclusive shit right there. I love that. So just keep doing what y'all doing, man. I appreciate y'all time.
All right, brother. Well, definitely stay glued to the channel because we're going to be bringing you a whole bunch of Deontay. We're out there this week with the man himself, and we're going to make it do what it do. Matt.
Yes.
So what else you got?
That's it. That was all the topics. Yeah.
Matt, what was the name of the episode where we just ran through and we ended up doing overtime to give a piece? We never went back and checked the comments on that.
Yeah, because we smoked too much weed.
So we don't know what episode that was.
I have no idea what episode that was.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about. Have no idea what we talked about in terms of topics. That was a lame week. It was definitely this year though. It was 2018.
Okay.
I think it was in January sometime.
Okay.
But we did like 30 shows in January, so
hit that thumbs up button. Future, present, past, doesn't matter where you are. Only helps with the visibility of the show. Actually, I got some reviews we got to read, Matt, and it's I want to give a shout out to B. Paulie who signed up to the Boxing Voice Patreon over at patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. Remember, every single donation that you give on Patreon is helping us move forward as a company. As you can see, we're all going to go now to Wilder, and we brought the big guns, Mr. Mickey Caparelli. Anybody with an Italian last name has to be good. You know how that goes. You know what I mean? They're good at what they do, and you can, it's Caparelli like that. It's Caparelli.
Yeah, it sounds definitely like artistic too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Shout
out to Ron Goodall, who is not playing. He wants to help Matt with the production of the show, and he signed up to one of the production levels on Patreon. So Ron Goodall, send us a message when you're ready. You know what? Andre Diacono used to be on that tier all alone. See, Andre? Shit. Now you had a part of committee right there. All right, the reviews. We have 2, Matt.
Ooh, reviews.
2 reviews.
My favorite.
This is exactly why we say that you guys need to drop us a 5-star review or whatever the review is. All right, so this one is coming from, I'm going to get Jeffrey on this. I have no clue what this guy is. It's like Chico Pancho, something like that. Chico Pancho or something.
Chico Pancho.
Yeah, Chico Pancho. He says, title is just not good, man.
Ooh.
It's just not good.
Hold on, let me get the sad music playing.
Yeah, he dropped this. Chico Pancho dropped this review February 7th, 2018. And Chico Pancho is from the U.S. And we weren't even worth a description. We're just a title and a 1-star. Like,
what's the title?
Just not good.
Oh, that's it?
That's the title.
That's it?
I feel disrespected though. Like,
I definitely love it though. I love the effortless, like, just not good.
Yeah,
1
but
star.
that's the thing. Like, if we suck, at least tell us why we suck. No, just not good.
It's probably just you, Ness. Let's be 100% honest. It's definitely not me.
Well, shout out to Doomsday. This just shows you that he's better than you.
Whoa.
Because you always take shots at him. So, Doomy, wherever you are in that closet that Matt put you in metaphorically, because he's always bullying you, him and Rob UK, come on out. Matt has never gotten a 5-star review.
Yes, I have.
Immediately after dropping Standing 8 Count. No one's ever rushed and dropped
because Standing 8 Count's a Patreon only show.
And they've never gone and said, man, bomb, and dropped it. Unlike for Doomy, it says Español. And that is by El Box del El Bay. Yeah, so he's the boxer from the Bay Area, but he's Spanish, and he says, good job, or good job, because he got an exclamation point.
I remember last time we read reviews, there was a review that said that I was better than you. That was a good review.
All right, but this is specifically about the Boxing Voice in Español, so you're hating.
I'm not hating.
It's not about me and you. It's about you and Doomy and the fact that you always try to put him down, but boom, he got a review.
He did. Congrats.
After a minute of dropping. Once you get his stats, how's that video doing? So shout out to El Box del Bay and shout out to what's this guy's name? Cinco Pancho, who didn't like us. Fucking asshole. Show up to an appreciation night. Sign up the Border Wars, Chico Pancho. Sign up the fucking Border Wars.
Hey, but that shows for all you listeners out there that we do read even the bad reviews.
Yeah, we do read the bad.
We do read the bad ones. So even if you hate the show, if you're the guy listening right now or the girl, and you're the person that leaves a thumbs down on every TBV video, you're one of those 8 people. Please leave a review. I would love to read those. I'm fascinated why you hate us so much, but watch all of our content. Thank you.
Thank you.
What are you looking at this? Is that a press release over there?
It is. There's something happening in the LA area mañana.
Oh.
Con Mauricio. Señor Suleiman. Let's head on out to the callers. I hate going to 111 callers.
Yo, but you love the trolls.
Mr. 111. He wants to have some fun.
Yo.
Yes.
So I'm one of those people that dislike all of your videos, right?
Yes.
Why?
And the only reason why, well, no, that's what I'm trying to say. The only reason why is because you're all fucking niggers.
Oh man. So you chose the racist route. Wow. Oh, and he hung up on his own. He didn't even stay on long. I was gonna actually try to.
Wow.
I was actually gonna try and question him.
Yeah, we're gonna dive into it. No,
yeah,
he went straight that route.
Yeah,
really fucking.
But
quick.
You could tell, like no, like I'm not trying to stereotype, but you could tell he was white.
Yeah,
because he was so scared. He said the word nigga and ran.
He was so scared.
He said nigga and ran. He was like, "You all fucking nigga." Like he barely got the sentence out. What a pussy. 585. Yo, see, and we know that they're prank callers, but we're such losers. We want to hear them. We do. 585-623. First time caller.
Yeah, I ain't never do that.
Oh man, he got the babies in the back. 585. We be back. We be back for you, B. It's all good. We getting the prank callers a chance tonight, baby.
Yeah. If you're a prank caller,
yo, and it's sad. Can you get a little more creative than that? I'm one of the guys that thumbs down all your videos.
Yeah, come on, please. You could literally have a whole bit for 15 minutes, and we would totally go with it. But no, you went that route. Come on, unoriginal. Why are the racists so unoriginal, Ness? That's what I don't get. They're uncreative people.
I know.
It's sad. It's very sad.
216-376.
Oh, this Taz. It's Taz.
Oh, you know the name?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm late on the numbers.
Call him late face. Taz, what up?
What up, Taz?
Yo, what's up? Hey, first thing I want to say, I saw y'all post the Jared Hurd versus Laura fight night, ma'am. Hey, you guys need to get a petition. You guys need to get a petition together and send it throughout the boxing world. We'll sign that boy and ship it right to PA to get that remaster. Even if they can remaster it and put it on the PS4, I'll settle for that.
Yeah.
But we definitely need a boxing game on the PS4. As far as one thing I want to mention is going back to the Keith Thurman ducking Errol Spence. At the end of the day, I understand the healing process. I understand, getting back into the tune of things, blah, blah, blah. But the reason I believe that Keith Thurman is ducking and fearful of Errol Spence, because even when you're going through a healing process, just like he was right after the Sean Porter fight, in the post-press fight conference, he was calling out Danny Garcia. He had marks all over his face. He had bruised ribs, bruised everything. He wasn't talking about healing, even though he had to. He wasn't talking about any of that. With marks and bruises on his face in the Sean Porter post-fight conference, he was still calling out Danny Garcia. You're serious? And You're serious? That's not the rhetoric, whatever. That's not the rhetoric that I'm hearing when it comes to Errol Spence. Even if you go through a healing process, there's no one stop you saying, I want to fight Errol Spence. I'm going to knock Errol Spence out. I can't wait to fight Errol Spence. After I heal, blah, blah, blah. There's no problem with that, but that's just not the tone of voice that I'm hearing. You can still call somebody out. You can still make fun of somebody. You can still talk bad about somebody just to egg a fight on and still go through the healing process and take your true tune-up fight. That's why he's ducking Errol Spence. I'm out.
Taz, the boxing author.
All right, Taz. Well, thanks for calling in. We're going to go back to 585 one time, Matt. See, is he around? 585-623. You ready? Going once.
Yeah, yeah.
What's up, brother? First time caller?
Hear me? Yeah, first time calling.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and play this first time caller intro. Let the world know your name, where you're calling from.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
From Rochester, New York, North Side. What's up, Ness? What's up? What's up, Boxing Voice? How y'all doing?
What's up, brother? What's your name?
TDP.
TDP from Rochester. So talk to us, brother. What's on your mind?
I was interested when y'all talking about Charlo and Danny Jacobs. I wanted to get y'all opinion on how would y'all rank the top 5 middleweights? Because I would have it Canelo, Triple G, Andre, Charlo, and Jacobs.
Man, I wouldn't put Andre or Charlo before Jacobs.
Why not?
Because
you don't think? I feel like at this point Charlo's too big, too strong. He looking too big.
Yeah,
strong.
but neither have done what Jacobs has done.
That's true.
Andre just came up there, and who'd he just beat up on? He ain't really beat nobody. Who he beat? Terriano Johnson? That's who Andre fought? That's who it was? I'm not even
His
sure.
last fight was Alante. Alante fought 6'5".
Oh yeah, Lainez. Yeah. Oh my God, where Lainez kept poor Lainez too, because I fucking know him personally, bro. But he kept his hands in his pocket all night. It was horrible. It was like, and this is so disrespectful as a term, but there's no other literal way to put it. But he was like a punching bag in that ring.
Yeah.
He didn't throw nothing.
Pretty much.
He didn't let his hands go. So that wasn't like that doesn't make you top 5. And neither does Patrick Hyland or Sebastian Hyland.
I'm also going.
His name is not.
Right, I'm also
what
going
is it? Isn't it Jack?
Too,
Jack, Captain Jack, because he's got one.
I'm also going over eye test though.
Oh, you're going eye test.
When I watch the fighters fight, yeah, I don't see many middleweights being able to outbox Andre. Like I don't see most of the top middleweights not being able to deal with the pressure that's going to come from Charlo. It's cut from Bell. Charlo coming with fire, so he's trying to knock everything out. And I think Canelo, some of those matches for Canelo's a small guy for middleweight. He's 5'8", 5'7". So that reach and power advantage a lot of those guys got. I don't know. I just wanted your opinion though.
I mean, I just want to see those guys in with, the same level of opposition. We got to remember that Daniel Jacobs, he beat Peter Quillen. He beat a few people on his way up.
Did he retire?
Who, Quillen? Nah, he's in the gym.
Oh, okay. Ever since that Jacobs fight, he ain't like he been high.
Jacobs beat Caleb Truax. Retrospect. Look who's looking good all of a sudden on the resume. That's crazy, right? Nobody would have thought that, yo. That's crazy. All this next is motherfucking Jared Fletcher fucking around and win a world title. When we with hell freezing over. Listen, TDP, thank you as always for calling in, my friend. It has been a pleasure. Let me find out. This ain't Kenny P. This better not be Kenny P. What's going on, Kenny P? That's Kenny P? 330 Cincinnati?
No, bro. My name's Cobra. My name's Cobra, man. This is my first time calling in. I just got something to say about you that was just on the thing that just called in.
Okay, hold on. First time caller. All right. And you said your name is Cobra?
Yeah, Cobra 25-14-3, bro.
Cobra 25-14-3. And you are from Akron or Cleveland? Where you from? Akron, Ohio, in the building. Bro. Stand up. So who you want to get at? You want to get at TD Rochester. You want to get at TD Rochester? No, TDP from Rochester, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I understand his top 5. That's cool and all. But how the hell he gonna put Demetrius Andrade in front of the Charlo brothers when the Charlo brother from one called him out way prior than he did when he had the belt for whatever he was on? He ran from him. So for him to be coming in and saying he's above him, that's outrageous. Charlo, that's my man and all, but he is not above Danny Jacobs right now. So yeah, all that foolishness he's saying, that's any of them to be over in the top 5. No, and Triple G, he's definitely running. Because I was just watching Dante's Boxing Nation, and Abel, he was sitting there talking about, oh, he ain't worried about it, and Charlo ain't done this, and Charlo ain't done that. But look how many people that called out Triple G, he ran from it. And how are you going to be saying about if he ain't as mandatory? If it's mandatory, he need a bandwidth. I don't care about unified titles. Stop running from dudes that's in that weight class that want to kick your ass. Just step up and fight these dudes like Canelo. I'm thinking Canelo might knock him out in this second fight, but we'll see.
Well, all right, brother. Listen, the Cobra makes a point, brother, because Triple G's 35, man.
Yes, he is.
They have to be intelligent what they do next.
Absolutely, because there could be a slip. There could be not like a literal slip, but he could be slipping in age. He could be slipping in athletic ability. This is that time where that happens.
And outside of Canelo,
yeah,
and I guess Jacobs, no one really poses that type of threat or has posed in previous opponents.
What do you mean?
Of the threat that a Jamal Charlo poses to a Triple G, style wise, that particular style.
You think Andrade poses a threat to a Triple G at this point?
Southpaw stance, absolutely.
Did you mention Saunders? I forget if you mentioned Saunders. Obviously,
but that's a different threat. That's an outbox threat. I'm talking about getting beat up.
Oh,
I'm talking about getting beat up, getting knocked out, big punches being landed. You know what I'm saying? That's a big fight. It's what we thought Jacobs would have been.
But he's been talking about going to 168, and those guys hit hard too.
Who? G?
Yeah, he's been talking. That's been the rumor, right? That he's gonna.
Yeah. Maybe he's going to 68, but he's going to 68 for Gilberto. And Bob will take it because he would then be 36, 37, little older, shorter, not in his natural division.
He doesn't go after the UK money and Chris Eubank potentially?
Depends. Because if you could get that Gilberto fight, Eubank throws way too much punches. He's way younger. Gilberto is at least fucking raw, man.
But Gilberto's huge. Like that's
but Eubank is a machine. So you telling me you'd rather put?
Well, let's be honest here. Chris Eubanks' career at 168 right now has been heavily feathered with some cherries. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, we got to see what he does versus Groves, to be honest. But
we have to be very honest about that.
But eye test. The man is
eye test, yes. But it's
Kawasaki 1000 when it comes to letting his hands go.
But let's be honest, it's easier to say with the eye test argument when let's say Earl Spence fought a Chris Algieri, or even like a Phil Greco, but like a Vonnie Yeardom. Come on,
but he flattened Yeardom.
But Yeardom was nobody.
If he goes rounds, if he goes 10 rounds like AJ did with Takum, then it's something. But he flattened him.
No, it doesn't mean anything. Danny Garcia knocked the fuck out of Rod Salka. That doesn't mean anything.
No, you flatten cherries.
Exactly. But just because you flatten a cherry doesn't mean you are the A+ guy in the division.
Nah, but you pop them. You got to show that there's levels.
Okay. But again, that doesn't show that he is the best guy in the division. It does not show that. It shows that he has extreme talent.
Who's the best? What are you talking about?
And 168. We're talking about Chris Eubank.
Oh, yeah. No. But, I mean, no one said Eubank's the best, but neither is Gilberto Ramirez.
There's definitely going to be people after this tournament.
I just think that Eubank, at his age, with his level of output and activity, he gives more of a threat to Triple G than fucking Gilberto Ramirez did that. He was still being hit by this dude he just fought on ESPN, bro.
Okay.
That dude still put hands on him. And nobody knows his name. I don't even know his initials. Do you even remember his initials?
It was Habib Hamed.
Oh, it was Habib Ahmed.
He was promoted by.
So funny.
Habib
After you
Zidane.
said it, it really rings. Habib
It's
Ahmed.
an easy name and it kind of does roll off the tongue. But anyways.
Yeah. Let's go out to the Broad Street bully, Alexander Bully.
Captain of the AJ Protectors.
I was not going to say. I was going to see if we treat him nice. He treats us nice, but you came for his head.
Yo, listen, fuck all that, Matt. You bugging. If this guy go up to 168 to face Eubank Jr., he might not go back down. He might not go anywhere other than straight up to meet his maker. Eubank Jr. is that guy, and he will be that guy at 168. He's about to finish Groves in such a fashion that everybody gonna duck him. Maybe Ramirez, Golovkin.
Yo, but Groves,
maybe.
let's be real, yo. Groves is a little bit old. Even though he's young, he's old in terms of like rounds boxed and wars. You know, he's got the receding hairline. Like, he don't look the same Eubank young.
That's facts. That's facts. But at the same time, Eubank would have beaten him in his prime. Like, this guy Eubank is looking like,
yeah, the way he didn't beat Billy Joe in his prime.
He was raw back then. He was raw. This guy an animal now.
Oh yeah,
Eubank,
Billy Joe wasn't raw.
Senior
So
came
Billy
down
Joe
to
wasn't
train.
raw,
Mayweather
huh?
Senior-
Billy Joe wasn't raw.
Nah. Billy Joe a good boxer though. He got good footwork. He got nice distance. His style was all wrong for Eubank at the time. If they fight right now, Eubank put him in hospital. That guy is dangerous, man. I feel scared.
Man.
Yo, that Yerdum knockout got you souped up.
Come on, man.
I'm telling you, it's facts. It's the man. Every time I watch him,
facts?
I love your passion. I love his passion.
I love when people throw out the word facts without presenting any
Yo,
facts.
Yo, what was that rapper said? If you say facts, I probably don't trust you. Was that Wayne?
It might have been Wayne.
Yeah, it was Wayne.
All right, listen. You want to hear some facts? The man he boxed Blackwell ain't boxing no more, and there's a reason for that.
Oh, so you did the Chris Eubank Senior route. You really a fan?
Nah.
You did exactly what Eubank Senior did.
Senior jumped in.
Yo,
I hope he does the same for Groves because this man is dangerous, man.
Blackwell isn't Groves.
He shouldn't be boxing no more.
Yo,
Alexander Bully, hold on. You compare Blackwell to Groves. That's disrespectful.
This just shows you that when we discuss AJ and Wilder, this is why he'd be like as far left.
Yeah, man.
Yo, don't get me started on Deontay Wilder. That man is a bump. Have you seen some of the new
no, Alexander,
Like,
let me ask you a question. What do you think about this new thing that Wilder said? Like, yo, I'll take whatever AJ wants to offer me, but he got to take it in a rematch.
Well, why he could have taken Dillian White because
AJ
fam.
Yo, Protector. We ain't asked you that.
Why is he talking about anything now? When you were offered more money than you ever been paid.
Protector. We didn't ask you that. The question is, what do you think about his new potential offer, whereas he will accept whatever AJ offers him as long as AJ accepts it in the rematch? And remember, there's only a rematch if Wilder wins.
Okay, let me tell you what I think of that. I think there won't be a rematch. I think this man will go back to working at Dunkin' Donuts if he fight AJ because he can't.
So AJ should sign.
So
AJ should sign. You're saying?
Of course he should. But AJ's thinking, who the fuck is this nigga when he knows he could have fought Dillian White for $4 million, more than he's ever made in his life, and he didn't want to do it.
AJ Protector at heart. Yo, no matter what, he's got to bring up Dylan. That's the AJ Protector in him. He could have left it alone. Like, nah, he'll fight him. And he'll beat him. That's it. Nah, then he's like, yo, but he should have fought Dillian White.
Oh, he's fighting someone that's better than Dillian White.
No, he should have fought Dillian White and get the free money. So then we could say all he do is fight nobody.
Boxing fans are so hard to please.
No, because if he fights Dillian White, then the AJ Protector can say, oh, he don't want to fight nobody. He could have fought Ortiz, but he fought Dillian White, someone AJ already knocked out.
Of course, man.
I love boxing. I really do. Girl, you like box?
Yo, first of all, let me say, I don't play Showtime to see you all there, not even putting a goddamn motherfucking effort. If I want to see two motherfuckers just fight, I pick up a fight with somebody in the street. Don't need that shit. You don't love that sport, my dude? Just move along. Gone. Fuck you. Next. What a great show. Come stop, donate. Hey, yo! What's happening, people? Rockin' lagging up in here, B.
What
Look
up?
at this low energy.
Low energy, Georgie. What are you talking about?
Man, you nigga better start smoking and shit, bro. That low energy shit.
Yo,
Listen,
come on, bring that high energy, Georgie.
Bring that high energy, Georgie.
Eubank, I got Eubank.
Get some bass in your voice.
I got Eubank against Bros.
Georgie,
How
why
the
you
fuck-
why
listen,
you
how the
ducking?
fuck they got-
Georgie, why you ducking that
Listen.
caller that said he wants you to sign up so he could punch you in the face?
Yeah, go to www.ThaBoxingVoice.com/Border Wars.
You heard him. You heard him. You heard
Who
him.
the
So,
hell is that?
so you better rewind the show if you act like you didn't hear him, because he waiting for you.
I'm gonna rewind this show, see who the fuck
better
is
not
mighty
duck me,
Georgie
son.
George up in
You
this bitch.
better not duck me, son.
He was a first-time caller. He called in specifically to say he wanted you to sign up the Border Wars so he could ice you.
Say no more, baby. I'm gonna lose some sleep tonight. I'm going insomnia. Listen, how the fuck is he that grows and fucking Eubank fight? He's not on fucking Fox instead of that bullshit fight with Alexander. What is it about the UK that be caught blocking all these Russian and all these? I mean, not the UK, the USA that be caught blocking all these fights from Russia and the fucking UK and Europe. Boxing belongs to the world, bro.
Boxing also has markets, Georgie. Boxing also has markets, so you know.
But you're gonna tell me that more people gonna watch that bullshit than the gross fucking Eubank fight?
More people in the
Are you
U.S.
seriousness?
More people in the U.S. will watch.
It's Victor Ortiz, man. Come on.
Hardcores, right? Hardcore people, hardcore boxing
Georgie,
fans.
Georgie.
He's the one who influenced.
Georgie.
Let me finish.
But who's more known? Who's more known?
Let me finish. What do you mean who's more known? He in the United States, they got that shit. They keep on pushing, but what's the better fight? If hardcore are the one who influenced the casual fans.
Who the hell said we
Hardcore
influenced?
preferred that fight.
Who said we influenced? Get your ass out of there. Who told you we influenced?
Hardcore influenced the fucking casual fan. That's
How?
a fact. What are you talking about?
How?
When Manny Pacquiao fought fucking Mayweather, who fight was that? That was the hardcore fucking dream fight. That's what hardcore want to fight. They want to see that fight. And they influence everybody else to fucking make it that big.
Are you crazy?
What do you mean?
Yo, hold on. The hardcores love
Dude,
Roman.
that makes
Hold on, Georgie.
perfect
Hold on,
sense.
Georgie. Hold on. The hardcores also loved Roman Gonzalez. Was he selling 4 million pay-per-view buys?
Georgie's insane.
No, you crazy. Hardcore don't love fucking
The casuals.
Oh, you heard him? Now he said the hard.
HBO. That was HBO pushing shit. That was
Georgie,
HBO pushing the
Georgie,
bullshit.
come on. Me and you both know the
There wasn't not even that many hardcore
Georgie.
fans out there who knew who the fuck he was.
Georgie,
There wasn't not even who.
Georgie. Let's be honest here.
What?
The casual fans dictate the market. We know that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do the casual
But they
fans?
get influenced by the hardcore fans.
They do. They do. But it's the way the hardcore fans influence the casual fans. It's much slower, much less significant than the way the casual fans dictate the market. That is why the hardcore fans and what they want and perceive from a consumer standpoint is never the main focus from the network's perspective or the promoter's perspective, because we're not enough of a voice or a market share than the casual fan base.
Listen, this is the problem right here. Now they're gonna say that the fucking Alexander, the fucking this, what the fuck is it? Oh my God, what the fuck is his name? The quitter. What's the quitter's name?
Ortiz, bro.
The guy that's more known.
Ortiz. All right. So now they're gonna start saying that the fucking Fox did like so many fucking views. That's the first thing they're gonna say. Oh, but the fight did so many fucking views. But it's a chef fight. And then they're gonna perpetuate that fucking narrative that that's the truth. Motherfucker, they've seen it because it's on fucking Fox.
It's on Fox Sports 1. It's on Fox Sports 1.
But why are you mad at that? Why are you mad at that? That he positioned for his fighters to be
Chef
seen.
fight and we should not be waiting. Ness, you let the motherfucking Algeri, the Lorman.
Yo, but you don't. I don't get you. I don't get you. Listen to
Let
me.
them die.
Yo,
let them all
listen.
die. Let them all die.
We need those guys. What are you talking about?
Fucking Kalo ran fucking the last shade up in this bitch. Let all die, nigga. New beginning. Let me see the nigga with 15-0 record. The upcoming talent when the feeling motherfuckers going at it. All these played out names, they're gone. Let them be.
Georgie, listen. The argument here is that why Eubanks and George Groves isn't on US TV and Victor Ortiz and Devin Alexander is, right? That's your argument, right?
No, the argument is that it doesn't supposed to be that way. The hardcore should push down the fight and said that bullshit fight that nobody really should fucking give two fucks about.
All right, so we
That's
said
the argument.
so we said the same thing.
Like you say it's money. You say it's money. You say that's what you say it's money, it's marketability and bullshit like that. Well, that don't mean anything.
It means a lot.
Whatever making the money means something. To me, don't mean shit.
Well, this is the thing.
As a boxing fan, don't mean anything.
Of course, it doesn't mean anything to you.
Hold
but
on a minute. This
you
is the
don't, you
thing.
don't matter, unfortunately, to the promoters and networks. Sorry.
This is the thing. Does Showtime, right? Do they convert viewers into Showtime subscribers by putting on George Groves and Chris Eubank, who are not American, don't fight on American soil, and probably won't be seen on American TV outside of the fact that it's a really good fight, and we as hardcore fans feel like it should have some American television?
That's what the fuck you saying. You're always signing with these goddamn vampires, nigga. Let's do what is good for the sport, what is right for the sport. Money.
Okay, so wait a minute, yo. So wait. Oh my God, Georgie. So if you want to do what is right for the sport, explain to the listeners how two guys that are known in the UK is better for them to be viewed on the US and opposed to where they're at and where they're going to be viewed. Explain that to us instead of just yelling so we can hear. That's all. We just want you to, let us hear you.
They design this shit that way. That's what they do. They design these motherfuckers that way.
What do you mean?
So they embed that shit on your fucking brain.
What do you mean?
Part of that you don't get.
So they designed for Eubank to live in the UK?
No, they design called blocking all these fucking fights, all the fucking super series and all this shit.
Georgie,
so
man, I gotta
people
go,
over here
man.
bamboozle.
I gotta go, bro. You're bugging, bro. I keep trying to give you more time to make some sense, but you're like not making sense. Oh, he dropped off. All right. Well, final thoughts, Matt. That was Georgie.
Of course, Georgie Porgy.
He's like on a magic carpet ride.
I understand what he's saying, but I mean, look, the answer is not say, look, let's have these U.S. terrestrial networks support foreign, overseas fights on TV, because that's never going to happen. What you should be arguing for and pushing for, Georgie and other fans like you, is YouTube, pushing for online streaming. And we've seen the start of that already in 2017. So that's what you should be asking for.
Yo,
not
even
for Fox
Sky
Sports,
Sports,
not for Showtime to pick it up. No, ask for YouTube to pick it up. Ask for that.
But you got to ask for those networks to release it. Like, they don't even release their promos. Like, I clicked on a Sky Sports promo for Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker, which is going to be aired on American television. And Sky Sports should somehow be a partner with Showtime since they have the U.S. rights.
No.
And they don't even let you interchange content.
Sky Sports and Showtime are not in a partnership. Anthony Joshua is the middleman between those two networks.
I hear you, but
so the Sky Sports is doing all the promos for the UK, and Showtime is doing all the promos for the US. So if you're in the UK, you can't see Showtime promos.
And that's what I'm saying. Why not allow both countries to see the same promos that both are going to see the fighters for? It makes no sense.
Because they're terrestrial networks and online medium is a different ballgame.
But neither are going to be streaming the fight online. It's only promo propaganda for the better interests of both.
No, I agree. I'm not disputing that. I'm saying maybe there's a technical reason as to why that
It's
cannot
just
be.
sad that it's like, yo, look at this great promo for Joseph Parker and Anthony Joshua. When I click, it's like, oh, it's not viewed in your country. It's like, the fuck? Don't I have this fight? Am I not getting this fight?
Yeah, but you're not getting side sports. That's the thing.
Exactly. But again, common goal. Both networks' goal is to have the most views possible. So the way to do that is to promote. That's all. So I would have seen the Sky Sports promo and got equally excited and would have still tried to find my own means of watching it in my country is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Those are my final thoughts, even though, I should have given final thoughts like individually to topics, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of topics. I mean, I've had tons of thoughts on all of them. You can find me at Mixed Combat News on Twitter, Matt Hunter TVV on Instagram, my MMA podcast, Mixed Combat Radios on Patreon, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, etc. Go to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice as well to help support the show. And remember, amcreditrepair.com. If you want to get your credit right, satisfaction 100% guaranteed or your money back, then go to amcreditrepair.com and use the promo code ThaBoxingVoice if you want that deal. Peace.
Don't forget to head on over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. Just a quick update. Remember, the Patreon has now given its own version of stories so we can give you the behind the scenes up to this whole camp life. We'll be giving you just as much as we can from, the lens, right? You'll be looking through the lens. It's exactly what it's called too. So download the Patreon app absolutely free and enjoy that. I'm your host. Catch me on Instagram and Twitter at NesGTO. And follow the infamous Mickey Caparelli at Mickey Caparelli, right? There you go on Instagram. We're out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.